So Bioware is no stranger to Star Wars, and they're working on a brand new game called Anthem, which is taking a lot of inspiration from Star Wars. There's a new article about it. I'm going to read that off in just a moment, but we're going to be talking about some really cool things. Also, when could we see a proper Star Wars game from Bioware, and how exactly is Anthem drawing inspiration from Star Wars? Of course, right now what you are seeing is new gameplay from Anthem. Recently, a 20-minute demonstration dropped. We have it on our channel. Special thank you to EA for providing the footage, by the way, but I had a total blast playing this game at EA Play. I was one of the few that actually had the chance to go hands-on with the game, and it was a showstopper. It was a total blast in my opinion. So I'm really hyped for this one for sure. In fact, check out our other channel if you are wanting constant Anthem coverage. Or, you know what, let me know if you want me to add this as like a secondary game to this channel. If you want updates right here on Star Wars HQ about Anthem, please be open and honest about that one in the comments below. But let's talk about Anthem and its Star Wars influences. So this is basically what the article had to say. BioWare goes on to say this: it's a game we call science fantasy, very much like Star Wars, very much like the Marvel Universe, where you see a lot of amazing things happening, but we don't worry about why they're happening or how they're happening, the science of it. Mass Effect is more of our real hardcore science fiction IP. This one is much more just having fun in a game world that's lush and exotic and really sucks you in. End quote. So you can see how they're kind of going into Anthem with the approach of, you know, explaining technology like Star Wars in some ways, in that it just works. They don't go into the nitty-gritty details. Of course, you can buy a lot of books, science fantasy books in Star Wars, diagram books that do kind of go into that detail, but it's cool to see that they're taking influence from Star Wars in that regard. And you know, when I played it, I got the hint that this was just a really good time. And yeah, if you don't know about Anthem, it is an open world RPG. You can play 4-player co-op. It's really going to be about that cooperative experience for sure. But also, you're probably wondering, when could we see another Star Wars game from Anthem? So General Manager Casey Hudson had some comments about the future of, you know, Mass Effect, Star Wars, Dragon Age, and the like. So we're going to go ahead and read over that right now. Here's the ultimate, by the way, in Anthem. This thing is an absolute beast. This is one of the ultimate powers that the Colossus gets. Bam, that's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to rewind it for you guys here. So, yeah. Let's talk about what General Manager Casey Hudson had to say. He says, there are so many games that we as a studio want to get to, so one challenge is to make a really great game on this scale. Really, at this point, takes the majority of the studio the size of BioWare, and we're a pretty big studio. There are so many more games that we want to make that we can't get to, so we're kind of have to pick and choose and move through them. But I've always loved Star Wars. I loved making Knights of the Old Republic, so we're always trying to figure out what's next. Now, he goes on to say, for Dragon Age and Mass Effect, we want to get back to them as soon as we can. And this article here by VGR makes it sound like that they would pursue Mass Effect and Dragon Age first before Star Wars. So it sounds like they're focused on their original IPs first at the moment, and they're letting other studios like EA Motive and EA Vancouver for now handle like the open world Star Wars game, and then Respawn Entertainment will be offering us that single player Star Wars experience that a lot of us have been dying for. You know, a lot of us are really wanting that narrative driven plot, of course. So that's good news that they're really going after that with Respawn as well. So, you know, there's been a lot of news that we wouldn't be seeing single player ever again for Star Wars games. That's just not true. It's happening. Respawn Entertainment is going to be developing that for us. And it looks like they could be bringing that on the Frostbite engine as well. As you are seeing right here with Anthem, this is the gorgeous Frostbite engine. It is stunning. But yeah, guys, there's the latest happenings around BioWare, Star Wars, Anthem, and all that jazz, I guess you would say. But stay tuned here to Star Wars HQ for more about anything happening Star Wars related with Bioware. And yes, let me know if you want to see some Anthem coverage here on Star Wars HQ. I would love to provide that for you guys because I'm totally hyped for this game. I've been covering it on Open World Game for a while now, but it would be a really cool secondary game to put on Star Wars HQ, in my opinion, because I feel like it could fit in here, and I think you guys would be really curious about it as well. Plus, you know, the Clone Wars stuff is way out there. Geonosis is coming out in winter, and it would be nice to provide you guys with something else in the mix as well. But guys, thank you for watching. Stay tuned here to Star Wars HQ for more Star Wars Battlefront 2 and Star Wars goodness. And I will see you guys next time. And may the Force be with you always.